We see the disc on Tracy at the moment. DC is now clearing the handler space to be able to be reset onto Ali. Christine's looking. She's marked out of the space well by Jude. Lovely put into space, and Jason putting up another buttery throw, but it's not brought down. Oh,
Christine, Jude, and Yanaman all trying to get hands to that disc, and it floats beautifully into the end zone, but just out of reach.
Just. Damn though. We do love these buttery throws that are coming out. We can see that the players do understand one another quite well. Score is 5-4 to Nomad, and Nomad now has a break opportunity. Marty's has a break opportunity, so let's see what they can do with it. Okay, Peter with the disc. Yanaman looking in. Brayton and Yanaman kind of timing their cuts together. Oh, very unfortunate from Sayre. Nomad looking to play early.
No time.
But some defense. And it is
Darren looking for Tracy in the end zone, but Peter, good disc awareness, finding that.
Yanaman toes the line, keeping it in for Marty's. Yanaman looking, he's trying to hammer something. Oh, he can't find it. He needs to reset.
Phil using his
Calls.
height.
There is a call, a stall out.
Stall out call.
Uncontested stall out, so now the disc is coming in on Nomad. Whew. Contentious game. Let's see what we can do here.
Just got comms that the tail whip ghost game is 5-2 to tail whip.
Awesome stuff. Okay.
Christine finding Alice. Easy game, easy life. Nomad making it look way too simple.
Yeah, way too simple indeed. Marty's not ready for that one. So this brings our score now up to 6-4.
Somebody in a hurry this morning on the M3.
Indeed. Lots of traffic. We want to see the traffic on the field though. We'll probably see a lot more players coming through later this afternoon. Guys, if you are listening and you are able to come down, you should definitely do so. So really awesome ultimate being played here.
Great vibe.
Great vibes.
I think it'd be quite interesting to have a look at the past Wild Dogs campaigns and the current Wild Dogs campaign. Nomad boasting quite a few players that have played for Wild Dogs. We've got Alice Quinn-Evans, we've got James Granelli.
Indeed.
We've got Lycia Hollis.
Indeed.
And of course DC being Assman for last campaign.
You're just looking for an excuse to say ass, man.
Oh, always with DC. And they also have Brianna Zartman, who is part of the squad for the new upcoming Wild Dogs campaign.
Don't forget Tom Smythe.
Tom Smythe as well. Oh,
Captain.
He's not on the field, but he's also captain of the Wild Dogs from last campaign.
Very, very experienced player. Very confident in his ability to lead, which is what you need from a captain. You want someone to back themselves and also back you as your leader. Often people want to be the leader of a squad. Guys, you need to understand how much responsibility that takes and what is required of you in order to make that job work for yourself and for your team.
Lycia coming in with the pull.
Great stuff. We see Jonty picking up, setting on Brayton.
Fortunately, we won't see the full synergy that is James, Alice, and Tom all on the field after playing an entire World campaign together.
Damn.
But it is a bit of a force to be reckoned with.
Hammer to Jonty. Beautiful stuff. Jonty being patient with the disc, finding Jude on the inside. Now resetting onto Gabe. Up the line to Luca. Luca looking. Hammer across field. Do we connect?
Yes.
We connect indeed. On Petra. Let's go. We'd love to see that kind of play coming out from Marty's. That brings the score up now to 6-5 to Nomad. Marty's 5, Nomad 6.
Nomad losing that 2-point lead, or 1-point lead, 2-point difference. The Marty squad also boasts a couple of Wild Dogs players. Peter playing for the previous campaign with a lot of future Wild Dogs in the rest of the team.
We have quite a few Wild Dogs for the 2025 campaign playing for Marty's at the moment. We can see Jonty as a 2025 Wild Dog. Who else do we have?
Nathan,
Petra, Nathan,
Luca,
yes
Petra,
indeed. Eloise, although not on the line right now. Yeah, quite the squad coming out from actually a large conglomerate of Marty's players. who will be part of the 2025 Wild Dog campaign. Definitely get yourself involved in that in some way, shape, or form if you can. Ooh, we get some inside information from Tsepo, our campaign manager for the Wild Dogs 2025 campaign. We have an information meeting happening on the 3rd of December, so stay tuned to be a part of that. You can find more information on that on our social media pages, so go check out Wild Dogs, RSA Wild Dogs, on Instagram. We have Linda.
We got a special mini guest commentator here.
Linda, would you like to commentate on the game?
Do you want to just tell us, how has this morning been for you?
Good.
You heard it here first, folks. It's been good.
It has indeed been good. Back to the game now. We have Nomad with the disc. Christine on the field looking, finds something inside, finds James inside. He's resetting on Alice. Scott comes under, but is looked off. Now looking to reset on Christine. Oh, we have a swing coming off. David receiving that. David now looking to reset. Goes up the line. Christine, unfortunately can't bring that down. Marty's now has an opportunity to break and bring the game to 6-6. Let's see what they can do. Peter with the disc. We have a cut go up into contested space, and Benna brings down the disc. Benna's looking. Can't find anything. Resets on Peter. Peter fakes up that up the line cut. Oh, into space onto Mia. Mia is now looking for something that she can feel comfortable with. Finds Benna. Benna is now looking. Resets on Mia. Swings to Peter up the sideline. Benna is now... Oh, but Scott with the defense.
Scott coming out, just putting his hand up and magnetism to the disc.
There we go. Scott very well versed with defensive play. He understands space, and he can very easily recognize when the person he's marking is not a threat, and then go look to help cover what is uncovered. Brayton intercepts. We have now Martys with the disc, looking to break again. Can they connect this time? Holstering a hammer, resetting. But we have another turn. Unfortunately, Martys cannot score this point. Vian now with the disc for Nomad. What can Vian find? He's looking. Can't really find anything he likes. He now goes up the line to Alice. James clearing the space. David looking to reset the disc. Can't get that, but we reset onto Vian in the center. Now David continues. What can David find? Can't find anything. Resets. But he gets a lovely continue. Christine is there to cover. Christine's now looking up the line. David trying to milk that. Can't milk that. He needs to now take the disc outside the end zone.
Not being able to jump into the end zone.
Okay, disc is now tapped in. We know that the disc is live. He resets onto Ali. Trying to find something. Lovely stuff from Nomad. Woo. Sheesh, that was quite hairy. We had interception followed immediately by another interception.
I think there were 3 changes of possession.
They were indeed.
Nomad wanting to find that 2-point difference.
And they have again, bringing the score now up to 7-5 for Nomad. Okay. Marty's
looking a little bit wrecked on the sideline, giving Dad a hug.
Marty's also looking a little shaken at this point. I don't think they should let this break their confidence. They're still doing really, really well against a very strong squad. They need to be proud of themselves. And remember, this is nationals. This is a tough game. And plenty of people who have not played a tournament like this before. So they really need to be proud of themselves and continue to play this beautiful ultimate game that they've been playing this morning. What can we see from this next point? Who do we have on the line for Nomad? Layla, call it up for us.
We've got Scott, Ceci, Jason, DC, Phil, Emily, and Licia.
Great. Very strong line. We see Scott with the disc looking to pull. Marty's, who are we fielding? It looks like we have, I believe, Olivia, Gabe, Sarah. We've got Luca, Jonty, Yanaman, and Petra. Also a very strong line. I'm loving Jonty's look this morning. That grey long sleeve really making the Marty's colors pop. Gabe fielding the disc to Luca. Now they are going up against the zone again. resets onto Ser. Ser's looking cool, calm, and collected. Resets onto Luca. Petra really trying to milk the deep space. I don't know if that's going to work. She needs to get back into this game and get involved. No one on the Marty's line is comfortable or confident enough to put up such a big throw with such pressure coming out from Nomad. Gabe with the disc up the line to Jonty. Jonty being very composed. Gabe resetting onto Luca. Luca getting what he can out of that disc. Big fake. Now to Ser. Lovely 1-2. Back to Luca. Luca holstering a hammer. We see a call, potentially. So I believe that's foul, uncontested from those hand signals from Emily. Okay, disc is coming in on 0. Very good hand signals and communication coming out from these two teams. Big swing to Gabe. Gabe now looking. Okay, big swing again, back onto Luca.
Really covering that deep space and those deep people, trying to prevent those over-the-top hammers.
Come on, Sarah, we need you to get active for this. Oh, we see another call. Another uncontested foul. Okay. Brayton is making some strong calls. Coming in on 0. Resolution work. Oh, with lovely inside break. Sheesh, that's buttery. Very buttery indeed. Jonty to Yaneman.
I didn't see much contact in those foul calls, and I think sometimes the younger or the newer players, not younger, but the newer players struggle a bit to contest those fouls that are called.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, just because someone makes a call on you does not mean you need to concede the call. You have just as much right to contest that call should you feel it is not a valid call to make. This is the spirit of the game that we love. So, but nonetheless, the calls are resolved quickly and efficiently, and it does lead to a point for Marty's, bringing our score now up to. Excuse me, as I work on our technical. We are going up 1 to Marty's, bringing the score up to 7-6.
7-6.
We have our guest Linda back in the box.
Wanting to take over producer Tepo's role.
Yeah. I've got a Linda on my lap, and we are looking to get this next point rolling. What's that, Linda? Yes, we are. That's Nomad. We've got on the right-hand side of the field.
Big pull coming in.
Big pull from Marty's.
Christine Anderson picking up the disc, popping to Alice Quinn Evans. Oh, and Phil retaining that disc, even though Nathan comes in for the big D.
Lovely up the line put, finding Alice Quinn Evans. Alice now resetting on Vian. Vian looking, got options. Oh, it's a little too floaty, but Christine, she might be able to bring it down. Oh, good effort from Christine. Can't bring it down, unfortunately. Now Marty's with the disc. Just removing a Linda so I can get more involved in this game.
Peter putting it up the line, pass to Nathan.
Nathan's
Phil
trying to
using
find.
his height again to try and shut down those over the tops.
Shishay.
Oh, big wind up. Looking for their player in the end zone.
Can we
It looks like it's
connect?
going out. Alice
No.
Quinn Evans there to cover.
Phil, a very lanky person, definitely a hard mark to break. His wingspan making those throws very, very difficult. Now Nomad with the disc, looking. What can they find? Alice, always composed. Christine with the disc now, up the line to Phil. Phil is trying to find something that he feels comfortable with. He finds Vian. We do have a pick call.
Pick called by Jade of Marty's.
And it is uncontested, so the disc does go back to... Oh, it's a foul call.
Foul
Seems.
has been called.
I don't know if that's both a pick and a foul call, because I saw both hand signals.
Disc seems to be coming in on 3.
Whoa, tries to go for the foot block, doesn't.
Phil
Vian
to
holsters.
Vian.
Okay, we have a switch, another switch. from the defense of Marties. Peter on the mark, looks up the line. Vian finds Christine. Christine is now
Pick called.
Another pick. Looking to be
Nomad,
resolved.
I think getting frustrated with their vertical stack, calling a bunch of picks, or getting a bunch of picks called.
Nathan
comes
heads up
in,
play.
intercepts from Ali. James Granelli.
Okay, Jude finds Peter on the sidelines. Peter puts up a big flick to find Nathan,
And he finds Nathan.
who is not in. Trying to close out this deal. Can he close it out? He can indeed on Petra.
Finding Petra in the end zone.
Let's go. Marties bringing the score now up to
7-7.
Are we at 7-7?
I think we might be.
We are indeed 7-7. Break point. Sheesh. Evening it out. We had a 2-point lead on Marties, and now we are back to 7-7. Even game. Anyone's game at this point.
I think this next point is going to be very hard. After this next point,
This point will take us to half.
to take us to half, so the players are going to really, really put up a big fight.
Indeed.
I think both Nomad and Marty's wanting to take a half.
Yep. Yeah, that would put them nicely with good mental headspace into the second half. Let's see what they can do with it now. We hear some cheer and some camaraderie coming out from Tail Whip and Ghost. Let's see if we can get a swing over to that side of the field just quickly to see what's happening. Right now it seems to be the in-between point. We won't have a swing to that side of the field. We'll stay on the Marties Nomad game. Don't worry, we'll stay on the Marties Nomad game. Sorry guys, we're having a little bit of com difficulties here. We're going to stay on the Marties game because we're about to see the pull come up from Marties to Nomad. Let's see what Marties can do with this, but we also want to see what Nomad can do with this. Both teams now, let's see, putting up some composure, trying to remain cool, calm and collected.
Big point for both Marty's and Nomad.
Big yawn coming up from Layla as well. Not enough coffee in the system just yet.
Or too much coffee too early.
That too. The adenosine system not working so early in the morning. Make sure you reserve your caffeine intake by at least an hour to 90 minutes after waking up. Christine with the disc now. She finds Liz. David going deep, but Liz looks that look off. Finds Scott on the sideline. Scott is looking for something.
A little bit congested up the line.
Indeed.
But Nomad knowing how to clear. Putting it to Emily, unfortunately not getting hands there.
Not.
Potentially a layout, but probably too early for a layout.
Oh, big throw now coming out from Luca. Luca trying to find Jonty. Both Jonty and Scott have good reads on the disc, but Jonty has a better read. Oh my word. Do we have a point? We do. Marty takes the half.
Fancy footwork.
Oh my word.
Yanaman's fancy footwork, just evading Jason Guard with a little slip to the side, enabling him to get free in the end zone. I really think that was the little one step that was in it.
My
for
goodness.
Losing his mark.
My goodness, guys.
Marty's taking the half.
That is an upset. I will put it out. Nomad definitely the strongest squad with lots of experience, but Marty's showing that they're not done just yet. They're here to fight, and I think they want to take this game. I'm sure they want to take this game. Oh my word, I've got goosebumps, guys. This is intense.
All the other games seem to also having half now.
Shishe. Okay, both teams now going off the field, trying to recompose themselves. We'll take a break. Oh, we're gonna keep going actually. We'll keep you occupied, but if you want to go get yourself some snacks while we have a minor break in between the action, make sure you do so. Go get a coffee or something like that. Go get some chips. And yeah, we have some really awesome ultimate coming out from Marty's and Nomad. Let's recap the game. We had some cool plays, lots of layouts. We saw some layouts from Peter, from Nathan, both on the Marty squad. DC putting in some work as well for Nomad.
Nomad's second layout chief on the sideline today, Tom Smythe. Some beautiful grabs to save the disc
Indeed.
from downs. Both from the UCT and from the Marty's team. Keep on getting surprised.
Any favorite plays of yours that you'd like to recount while we wait for the teams to get ready again for the second half?
Favorite plays?
Favorite plays from this game?
Favorite plays from this game? I have to say Marty's quick, what's the word I'm looking for?
Give goes, 1-2s.
No, their quick rebuttals after the turns and points have been especially amazing.
Yeah.
Once again, I always love seeing a team integrate their women in both Marty's and Nomad.
You do love to see that.
Really show that often a team strength in mixed is in their ladies.
It is the case. And this sport we all love, mixed sport, has both men and women on the line, so we really want to see gendered and equal opportunity for players to be involved. So I think Marty's is doing really well, making good use of their women. We see Petra coming up with a few points in the end zone. Jude being quite crucial on their defensive plays, shutting down some of Nomad's stronger lady players, so that's really awesome.
We've got a guest in the commentating box. Joe, do you want to tell us how are you finding this morning?
You're going to have to come closer to the mic here, because we cannot touch the mic. Unfortunately, our tech is...
How am I finding this morning? There isn't enough physicality. I'm not seeing
And not...
I'm not seeing fouls. I'm not seeing people getting bodied. I'm not seeing people...
There's been 0 fights. Those stats are not good.
No one being punched out.
We need some more knuckle dusters on the field, apparently.
I mean, not knuckle dusters, but at least I'd love to see a concussion or two.
Okay. So we need to put our first aid into practice.
I personally would not like to see any medical emergencies.
If you guys are unaware, Layla is a medical student, so she does not want to see any of that happen.
I will run away.
She sees enough of that throughout her studies, so...
But let me, on record, state how incredibly disappointed I am that in all these years of nationals, I haven't seen a single land shark yet.
Oh. I would also like to state on record how incredibly thankful I am that through all these years of nationals I have not seen a land shark.
Joe, just clarify for the crowd at home, what is a land shark exactly?
I think land sharks are best left up to the imagination of the viewers.
And the experience.
Please don't Google it.
Okay, so we will not tell you. You did not hear it here. What a land shark is.
It speaks to the need for South African ultimate to catch up to international standards.
Right now we're a little bit too hinged.
A little bit too hinged.
Too conservative.
We need to unhinge.
But overall, I think in all seriousness, it's been well spirited despite the high level of competition and despite the fatigue.
Day
of
3
the
of a
players.
festival.
Yeah.
Day 3 of a hot weekend as well.
And to all the teams who traveled as well.
Indeed.
It's great to see their focus. It's great to see the lack of collisions, a lot of mistakes, at least when it comes to making sure that this has been a non-contact sport.
Yeah.
I think that's something incredibly commendable. Not too many chippy games from what I've seen all this weekend, except probably one. But yeah, very impressive. And also, in all these years, this weekend I've seen the most number of spectators come down.
Oh,
To
amazing.
watch,
Beautiful
to
spectator
support,
turnout.
and also the quality of ultimate that a lot of these
my
teams
word.
over the years that I've seen, especially when it comes to tail whip, Monty's, it's been astronomical.
It has been.
And I can't wait to see how they progress and how they feed into other clubs in South Africa.
It is the case. Joe has an Instagram page called Huck and Away. Go check it out on the social media. He puts up a lot of really awesome content. Joe, tell us about some of the content that you've been able to capture over the course of the weekend.
It's mostly just photos. I'm leaving the videos to Nathan, who's a lot more experienced and who's been putting up videos longer than I've been toying with a camera. Check him out. I mostly do photos. It's going to be a while because I have about 18,000 photos I'm sitting on from 2 days.
Oh,
And it's going to take a while for me to sort, edit it, put them out.
And if you don't see them on Joe's Instagram, you'll certainly see them all over everyone else's.
indeed.
Pretty much.
Indeed. Any standout plays that immediately come to mind as we sit here waiting for the next point to start, Joe?
From the weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
I am a huge fan of Cebu. From
Hey,
Yellow.
let's go.
He gets some incredible airtime. I'm not supposed to pick favorites when it comes to objectively covering Ultimate, but I will pick favorites, and Moro
Hey,
is one of my all-time favorite people to track on the field. Just
You heard it
because
here,
he
guys.
Gets horizontal at an instant,
okay.
which is super cool.
Yeah, it is. Mao, I spoke about earlier, an awesome player. Let's hop back into this Marty's Nomad game. Joe, thank you so much.
Anytime.
We appreciate it. We see Marty's with the disc, centering on Gabe. Luca goes up the line. Luca now looking into the space. We see Nomad putting up a diamond junk look. It's a form of a zone. It is trying to defend space as opposed to defending players.
Move their zone from that 3-person cup to more of a 2 people at the front of the cup.
And we see this zone, this new change in the zone, putting the disc down for Marty. So Nomad has an opportunity now to break. Let's see what Jason can do with the disc as he picks it up, puts it into space in front of Ali. Runs that one in. Lovely buttery throw from Jason.
Alice Gwynn Evans making
Ooh.
Frisbee look easy since 2001.
We see that that experience, that synergy of these two players who've been playing together now for what, three years?
4 maybe.
4 even. So Jason
Think
just
almost
knowing.
Jason and Ali together have racked more years than I've been playing Ultimate.
Sheesh. So yeah, Jason just understanding you've got space in front of you. I'm gonna put the disc there, and Ali knowing I'm gonna get to that space. No one's gonna stop me.
Supreme trust that gets built over many years, and to be honest, it's hard not to trust Alice with any disc.
Hey, she has got solid hands, solid understanding of space, and
One of the great things that we see both from the Nomad team and from the Marty's team, but I think especially the Nomad, is all, if not most of their players feel supremely comfortable in the handler space. So
Indeed.
really not having that big divide between handlers and cutters. All of them being able to come around to help out in the handler space and then go back up.
which is what you want from your squad.
Hybrid players are definitely.
There we go.
Definitely.
We like the Cutler look. Cutler, a combination of handler and cutter. My favorite position to play, just because it means you are allowed to be kind of anywhere on the field and do what is needed for your team. So we see Phil with the disc. He is looking to ready both teams for the pull. Let's see what Marty's can do now with this next point. Big pull coming out from Phil.
Beautiful pull by Phil.
Luca.
Sending it all the way to the front of the end zone.
Luca picking up the disc, centering on Gabe. Luca with the disc again, trying to see what he can do with this cup. This cup putting on a different feel. Oof, a Blady hammer coming out from Luca. Not a bad look, just a little bit poor on the execution there. I think that could have worked.
Finding the space, but unfortunately not finding the disc.
Jason now with the disc.
A little bit less control in those hammers.
James going up to get the disc. Luca putting on some hard defense, making the catch kind of difficult. Jason getting free of his mark, now looking for something that he feels comfortable with.
James, Jason, and DC showing us that you don't need to show your knees to play good Ultimate. James at the front of the end zone.
Pick call.
Pick's been called.
That is going now back. Well, a few technical difficulties here we're resolving shortly. Disc coming in on Jason. Luca putting up a mark. Licia being blocked out of the space. Oh,
Darren.
a little bit too much juice.
Too high.
Yeah. A little bit too much oats for James this morning. His strength really putting on too much rotation on that disc.
The
DC can't bring
terrible
it down.
triplets, Jason, DC, and James.
Layla trying to close out that joke as best she can.
Yeah, really, really. I'm struggling for it. I think it might have been the worst catch of the weekend.
Nonetheless, though, Marty's coming out with the disc now. Gabe looking to put it in for his team. What can he do? Still looking zony for Marty's. Licia on the disc. James in that mid space. Hammer over the top to Nathan. Nathan now looking, holsters. Swings. Finds Sarah. Love that. That's awesome stuff.
Getting out of their defensive end zone.
Gabe
space.
resets on or up the line.
Really
swing.
using the entire field.
We do love that kind of play. Now resetting on Gabe. This zone really stifling Marty's play a bit. They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it up a bit. Working it in the backspace. Hammer over the top, trying to look for Petra. Finds Nathan though. Nathan now putting a buttery. Yanaman with the disc.
Yanaman with the disc looking for a player in the end zone, but finding a nice reset.
Now Luca. Blady throw
Oh.
onto Yanaman. Onto
Yanaman
Nathan.
to
Oh!
Nathan, but unfortunately,
Oh,
just
that's.
a little bit too quick and a fumble with the hands,
That is very unfortunate.
causing a change in possession.
Indeed. Nathan not going to be too chuffed about that one. Timeout called. That is our second timeout of the game. Sheesh, eh? Okay. We are seeing both teams now come onto the field to discuss what is to do. What is to do.
Say, I struggle with all of these Stellenbosch boys with the glasses and the big hair. They all look kind of the same to me, so...
Marty's did have the mullet look going for them a bit earlier in the season, which we really did enjoy.
Did we?
We did. We
Did
did
we?
enjoy. We didn't discuss it, but we did enjoy it.
Peach did enjoy it. Marty's mullet look of the season, and I'm really glad. See, this is what we like from a commentary panel. We like having diversity of opinions, especially such strong diversity of
I don't
opinions.
know what Layla's talking about. We're both on the same page here. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Cameron God.
Oh, do we have a god? Another god.
We have a baby God
Baby god.
coming to watch both his brother and his team.
God and Bovum, both part of the Wild Dog squad for 2025. And God also putting on the old Marty's Ultimate kit. Sheesh, hey? That is old school right there. But yeah. We'll see now as we go into this next point after the timeout what we can expect from Marty's and Nomad. Guys, I hope you're getting active in the comment section. And yeah, putting up some love for your team.
I was thinking maybe we haven't seen any physicality, nobody trying to deck each other because the majority of the teams aren't traveling and staying together in close quarters. Other festivals really forcing teams together, and I think by the end of day 3 of a festival, you've either bonded or you've repelled.
And when Layla says festival, she does mean tournament.
That's what I mean. It's just so festive over here.
I mean, we're thinking about Windmill. If you are aware of Windmill as a tournament, a great opportunity to travel internationally and get involved in the ultimate community. I have yet to go to a Windmill, but I would love to at some stage. Ooh. Big throw up coming up from Tail Whip on the other field. Unfortunately, you will not be able to see that.
But a beautiful score from somebody from Tail Whip.
We'll see if we can get you an update for the Ghost Tail Whip game. We'll find out what the score is for you if we can. Layla going to do some investigations for us. Alrighty, coming back into this Marty's Nomad game, we see Nomad putting up a vertical look. Marty still on the man defense. Let's see what we can find. Okay, both teams setting up, getting ready for this next point. Looks like the disc is about to come into play. It is tapped in. Jason looking deep. Oh, he sets it up immediately. Petra needs to be awake. She's not awake.
Licia retaining that big crit, getting Nomad beautiful meters up the field.
Resets now into Phil. What can Phil find? Resets on Jason. Phil going up the line, looked off.
beautiful
Inside break flick.
Break flick from
We love
Jason
that.
to DC.
DC trying to look now.
DC being Darren Curry, if anyone at home is confused.
Liss with the disc. Oh!
Lucia looking for James Granelli in the end zone, unfortunately just putting it a little bit too fast. James with his newly not fractured. He came back from an injury. He had a fractured bone
Oh.
and just can't put that much pressure.
So, Gabe looking for the hammer over the top of the zone look. Luca maybe getting a little bit nervous. Should have a catch like that. Was not too difficult. We see James now putting out a low disc to DC. DC's looking. Oh, he looks for something in this corner of the field and finds Phil. This will now bring the score up to...
Beautiful point by Nomad. Nice patience on the disc as well. Playing fast, but not rushing.
Not rushing indeed. Nomad taking the lead now in the second half, 9-8 to Nomad. Whew! Such a spicy game. My word. It's still anybody's game here out at the Imhoff Sports Complex. Come and join us, guys, if you can. A beautiful day for some awesome Ultimate. If you can see what's happening on the field now, okay, you won't be able to see that, but Ben Formatis is trying to confirm what is the gender line. So it is looking to be
Lady line.
we see a lady line coming out, so that means that there will be 4 ladies on the line and 3 gents on the line for each
Also,
team.
as per new WIFDIF rules, it means there will be a lady pulling. So
We
it
do
looks
love
like
this.
Christine Court is going to pull for us. Always a fantastic thing to see.
Christine Anderson, a strong Ultimate player.
Anderson, her new husband, Nick Anderson, also not normally a mixed player, playing for Legends this weekend because he just can't stay away.
Guys, if the Ultimate Frisbee bug bites, it bites hard. You will be infected.
And it is terminal. Your prognosis is terrible.
Do not
You'll
expect to
have
do
no
well.
life. Complications include talking about Frisbee way too much.
Your sole potty trick will be disc involved. Okay, coming back now into this Marty's Nomad game, we see Peter fielding the disc to Brayton. Brayton now looking upfield. This zony look again, this junk look. Big around swing. Whoa, ho, ho.
Mia managing to retain the disc.
David coming real close to intercepting that one. Brayton now with the disc set on the mark. Ali in the mid space and David on the ear of this zone. Peter now with the disc finding that.
DC trying to lay out for the D.
Jonty receives a disc in the midfield. Swings now to Peter. Peter now looking up the field to Olivia. Olivia trying to field the disc. Whoa, we have a layout grab!
Beautiful layout grab by the Marty's women.
That is Petra. Petra with the layout grab from Olivia. So that's a lady point right there, guys.
Beautiful, beautiful lady point.
Lovely stuff indeed. So, Marty's evening it out again, 9-9.
That is a grab by Saskia Prevost.
I apologize, Saskia with the score from
Saskia for the score. Her
From Olivia.
sister, a previous UCT player, Jess Prevost,
Oh, wild.
also a legacy Ultimate player.
Love to hear it.
We've got those UCT Marty's partnerships with Jason and Cameron Gard, Saskia and Jess Prevost.
Sheesh, eh?
Unfortunately, Jess having to take quite a hiatus from not only Ultimate but everything after a hip surgery. But luckily she's walking now and looking ready to take on probably not Ultimate but more
Unfortunately
mountains.
not, yes. Jess Prevost is the UCT Mountain and Ski Club chairperson, so plenty of responsibilities and obligations on her plate. Very unfortunate she won't be part of the Ultimate scene.
Just
I
all
do
round
not believe.
granola girl supreme. Don't think there's a single weekend that she spends inside.
Sheesh, none. 0 of them. But she is here supporting, which is really, really cool. I think she will be out here supporting her sister.
And
Ultimate.
amazing to watch that fantastic point by Saskia with the
There we
layout
go.
grab.
There we
and
go.
score. think that actually might be one of my favorite plays of this game.
Let's go.
Saskia, also a fairly new player to Marty's, only started playing this year. Wonderful to see.
Big pull coming out from Petra from Marty's. James Granelli fielding the disc to Vian, who immediately puts it up, looking for Liz. Can Liz bring it out? She can indeed. What a play.
For the score.
Shishay.
Beautiful.
Nomad not having to think twice about it. Now
Lucia
bringing
doing
up
her
the
typical celebration, the koala.
The
She will
koala.
climb you like a tree.